This is so stupidly good. It's basically a game about dopamine, gambling, and upgrades. And I'm legitimately having trouble stopping playing it. Basically, we have a deadline to hit. We got to make $75. We do that by playing this machine and gambling, at which point we're going to get any variety of these symbols with their corresponding values in these patterns with their corresponding multipliers. And we can get items that are going to have all sorts of effects on our spins. We can currently hold 7 of them, but that can change. But we're going to look for a very good start. So if we buy that, and if we found something that complemented that, this is actually pretty good. So what we just bought makes 7s increase their value. 7s are already the most expensive, albeit the rarest. But this is an active item. So if we trigger this, the 7s manifest more often for the rest of the deadline. It is quite expensive, so it's going to be hard to squeeze this one out. The only way to do this is going to be to get gambling. Now the way this works is we can pick 7 spins. That will obviously make us more money, but we only get 1 Clover ticket from that. We can risk it for less spins, we get less money, but we get more tickets for upgrades. So that's always the balancing act. We're going to go for 3 spins right now, hoping we get lucky. So far we are not. 3 spins has yielded us nothing, absolutely nothing. But we did get a little bit of interest from that, 2 Clover tickets. But this only costs 5, so we're going to do that same thing again for an extra 2 tickets. No, it's not a lot of money, but we are investing in our future. That's my excuse. That's actually a lot of Clovers. That sort of might have just saved us. There's $18 just from that one. And the spins will get really, really big. So we got 1 round left. We've been warned. Yeah, if we don't hit the deadline, we fall into the murder hole and die. And now we buy this. So now we can get 7s to spawn a lot more often. It's already ready to go. We got $28 on us, so we're actually not that far off the deadline anyway. We're 51, so we only need 24. It does cost money to spin this, and that will go up as we go. But we're going to do 7 spins. Then we're going to hit the red button. That means 7s are going to show up a lot. Well, more than they would. Well, those aren't 7s, but I'll take them. Those are also a pretty valuable symbol. That was worth 30, so we're already complete. But we'll keep going anyway, because having a surplus of money isn't going to hurt. The 7s are up to 25% chance to spawn like that. And because of that, their value just went up. So as long as we get a symbol active when they're sparkling like that, they're going to increase in value. And that can get really, really, really big. So we just need those to show up a lot. Our red button item does take a while to recharge. It's obviously pretty tired now. But we'll put the rest of our money in to satisfy this end of the deadline. But now our next deadline is $200, which is obviously considerably higher. Once we do complete a deadline though, the phone rings and we get these bonuses as well. I'm actually going to take restore all charges on the red button items. That's obviously a very temporary upgrade. But it fixed my 7 bonus thing. By the items currently, we can just buy this. This costs 2, but it's going to give us 4. So that basically just gives us extra Clover tickets. This one's actually good too. Painkillers. If only 1 symbol is showing during a spin, transform its symbols into the most valuable symbol, which is the 7s. And that's hopefully going to increase the value of 7s a lot. That feels like a nice synergy. Okay, before spinning that, how much does it cost? It costs 14, so we can actually put a little bit of money into here so our interest payments go up. But that's it. So then we're going to get to spinning 7 times. And we're going to hit this because now we're going to have a higher chance of 7s all the way through this deadline. And that's going to be good. Because lots of 7s like that, the values are going to increase. So they're up to 21 now. And we're hopefully just going to keep piling on the 7s here. I'm not sure what other items we can get that can complement this, but we're going to look for them. There's a few of that I can think of. 7s are up to 28 value. The 7s are still a little bit hard to peel out of there. There we go though. We actually manifested some new ones in. That was 84 for that spin. Alright, this is going quite well. We're going to deposit a lot in here just so our interest payments go up. I do want to do a reroll here though to see what else we can get a hold of. The Chunky Cat can be good, but it's hard to get 7 symbols, 7 patterns to go. I'm actually going to reroll one more time. I really want anything that could boost our 7s. I'm going to buy this for 3 cigarettes. It doesn't take space. It increases all symbols by their base value permanently. Then restock the store. That's going to increase the base value, I think, of 7s by 42, so that should become 84. Nope, it meant it's just base value, but everything went up in value there, so that's perfectly okay. Here's another one that doesn't take space, but we don't have any Clover tickets either. We are going to stock up on those. We're only going to do 3 spins, and that's going to be perfectly fine for us because we're making so... There's a jackpot randomly. That's actually super rare. The bells aren't the most valuable symbol, but they're definitely a mid-value symbol, and with the multiplier for a jackpot 10 times, that was actually a really rare spin. Luck is on our side. We'll counteract that very nicely with my stupid decisions. We could have all the luck in the world and I could still throw it all away. But we got our 2 tickets. We have easily the money we need. So we'll stock it up to there for maximum interest, and then we're going to look back at all these. We're going to buy this because that's going to boost our Clover tickets all the way up to 4 again. Then we can do a reroll and see what kind of rare goodies we can find. I don't love any of those. We're going to reroll. Rerolls are going to get stupidly expensive. The little construction worker guy is pretty good because there's a 5% chance for the battery modifier to be applied to any symbol. Decreased by 1% at the end of every round. So it'll discard itself. But if something shows up with a battery symbol, it will add a charge to my thing that makes us find more 7s. So we're absolutely going to buy that. There's also this one. Every 7 spins, you will see the pattern zig and zag. So I think that forces them into existence, and given the highest chance is for 7s, that's going to be to our benefit. I'm going to do only 3 spins again to get more Clover tickets going since we're well ahead on our deadlines. There's a whole bunch of 7s showing up though. And those had the charges and everything. We also unlocked whatever that was. $150 for that. Our lightning thing is going up, but we're going to wait for next round to use it. So we got a nice advantage. 7s are up to 70 value now. We just need like a million more of those. Yeah, this is actually working out pretty well so far. We can also use the big red button multiple times within a deadline. So we can get this 7 chance up to, I've had it up to about 65%. We might be able to get it to 100. At which point the world is ours. Let's satisfy another deadline. One of the only things I can ever satisfy. But now we can encounter the pattern 666. That shows up very rarely. But if it does show up, we actually lose all of our money. Not the money in the machine. And because we're so far ahead, it's going to offer us a deal that we probably don't want to take. But we're going to hear it out and then we're going to ignore it. Because if we take the deal, we get 1 memory pack, but then the deadline goes up and we're not that super. Unless the phone gives us something good. We can actually use this. We could double our Clover tickets and set our coins to 0. We can actually put most of our coins in right away. So setting our coins to 0 wouldn't really hurt that much. We do have to spin though, don't we? Maybe I don't want that item. Maybe what I'm going to do is reroll before I have any time to think. I don't love any of these. Set doubles your coins, set your tickets to 0. I don't want to do that. Halves the chance to find 7s. Nope. If we could have the chance to find other things, great, because it increase the chance for 7s. Make 2 random lucky charms in the store free. Set your tickets to 0. We'll just do that. Which ones became free? We'll probably take them for now. Triggers randomly 20%. Luck 5 for the current spin. That will remove itself after a while. And then this one, during every spin, increase all symbols by their base value for every pattern triggered after the second one. So with lots of 7s, actually, that could increase their value quite a lot. More money into the interest machine. We almost accidentally finished it. Okay, now we're going to do 7 spins, probably. I guess we can get away with 3 spins for now. We need Clover tickets. So we touch the button, and off we go. Lots of treasure chests. Not nearly as good as the 7s, but still good enough. I think we get extra luck on this spin. We did. 7s are up to 84 value. Nah, those will go up a lot if we can manage to land them some more times. We have lots of money. Do we want any of these? Make space for 1 more lucky charm. Oh, yeah, that's actually big. Now we can hold up to 8. Should reroll this, and then we have a better idea of what we're looking for. This one's also interesting. Raise the 7 by its face value, so we raise it by 7 permanently every time 7 lucky charms triggered during 1 or more rounds. I don't know if that's actually going to go off a lot, but we're going to try. We'll do another 7 spins because we need a lot of Clover pieces for that. Okay, so we accidentally jumped up the bells, which is actually really big. There's 54. I forgot we had that thing where, like, if only one thing appears, it jumps up to 7s anyway. Because 7s are going to be our bread and butter. There's our 2 tickets. There's our money. I do kind of want to buy that and try it for now, but this time we can still do at least 7 spins. We only need 1 more ticket for the item. Whoops, I didn't mean to press that. Okay, I did. 7s are up to 37.4% chance. That's actually going to be a lot better because look at the difference it makes already. We get lots and lots and lots of 7s. That's 504 from a single spin. Down we go. I think we got extra luck on this one as well, which curiously brought us back to cherries. But you can see how with the right items, things get really Looney Tunes really quickly. The 6s almost showed up again. Luckily, we have basically the money we need, and I'm pretty sure the interest at the end of this will carry us if we go bankrupt. Oh, we had a lot of things just morph into 7s. That's a really powerful thing, actually, under the right circumstances, now that I look at it, because look what just happened. 2100 from that. Because everything morphed into 7s. 7s value jumped up to 238. So we don't need a lot of those to make ourselves really rich. We just need to make sure we're rolling lots of them. I'm pretty sure, actually, The coin deadline is now. That might have restocked the shop already. Oh, no, it didn't. Do I need this though to increase the base value of 7s anymore? It's already going up so quick. We'll take it for now. Now we got to satisfy this little demon, but we got 3,500 already. We needed 22. We have way more than we need. So they're going to offer us the same garbage deal that we're not going to take. It might actually be a really good deal, but no. Now we deposit 111 at a time, so we're going to put ourselves up to just under that deadline, so all the interest is for us. And what does the phone have to offer for us? Triple the value of the 7. I have to do that, right? Yeah, I have to. I don't have a choice. 7's up to 525 now. I just need this red button to trigger. Actually, that's true. We got to increase the chance for 7s to spawn. Oh, I guess if we only trigger 1 though, they're going to jump to 7s anyway. So we're in good shape. I don't really want any of these. There's nothing that good. I'm really going to start hunting for ones that can help us with our 7 spawns. We have lots of money, so we might as well use it here. We're probably going to end up giving some of it to the 7s pattern anyway. Things that help 7s actually are pretty hard to find. Maybe we shouldn't be going in on one symbol. +1 option of the telephone is kind of nice. But there's also common, uncommon, rare, and legendary. Legendary is sort of what we're looking for because I assume they're going to be the best. Don't love those. We're going to re-roll. Well, here's another one. It's going to put us up to 4 Clover tickets. 2+ spins per round. I'm actually going to take that for now. Oh, I've already hit the limit. I didn't realize I'd filled this up already. That's fine for now because this little guy will be on the way out, which is going to be a shame because I'm going to miss him. We're going to have to do 7 spins for now, just to try and get as many 7s possibly showing up as we can. It will work out because if we only get 1 pattern showing up, they will turn into 7s. So our bad luck is actually working for us right now. And then those are going to tie onto the regular 7s. We got 1,000 from that spin, from a very basic simple. Same with this one, back to 7s. So sort of by accident, this turned out good. Those turned into diamonds, curiously. Not sure what that's about. I can see now. So those turned into diamonds because we have to get a V pattern every 7 spins. They turned into 7s before because 2 things happen to land on the same turn. That probably doesn't make any sense to you. Barely makes any sense to me. So there goes my little guy who restocks my red button. We'll never forget his sacrifice. Now I can fit a new item. +2 spins per round. We probably want that. This one also doesn't take space. We could immediately earn 666. Nah, that's not worth it to me. We can make over 1,000 per round. We're going to buy that. I do want to take a spin just to see what we maybe could have bought otherwise. Nothing here was really that good for me anyway. I guess this is better now because it's actually 5 spins instead, thanks to my extra item. 5 spins is fine. We get 2 Clover tickets. We're still going to need some Clover tickets to carry this far, but both of those things just triggered. We got some lemons, which are worth basically nothing. We're all in on 7s, which is kind of scary. But if we land even 1 7, we're really good. If we land on lemons, we're really bad. Just gotta have 3 symbols showing up somewhere. And every once in a while this V-shape does happen, which gives us that much. Which is something. Definitely playing with fire a bit. I need this thing to restock, but it should be by next round, I think. And again, since we basically have the money we need, we can do a few rerolls looking for something that can help. 201 restocks are not cheap. Do it again. Every last pattern triggers 1 more time. That's kind of interesting, but it's not worth taking up space. This one's actually really good too. 3% chance for the ticket modifier to be applied to any symbol. Raises by 1% every time you buy a lucky charm. That means if that spawns, we get a ticket. So if it spawns on a symbol and that lands, then we get a ticket. That's actually huge. I'm going to discard the red pepper for now. That one would auto discard anyway. That's just sort of a temporary luck boost. I'm going to try this one because that's going to get us lots of tickets probably. I'm going to do a reroll. There's nothing else really there I want to try. So we'll go back to here. We are going to do 7 spins, I guess, because if the tickets can land on there, we're going to get lots of tickets. It's actually 9 spins. And that should earn us more money anyway. There's a ticket multiplier there. I think it was only 3% to begin, but that doesn't... Yeah, there's a free ticket for us. Like, that's a free ticket. That's actually huge. I can see some really overpowered builds showing up in this game. Lots of lemons. Lots of lemons. We're definitely going to get some tickets out of this. Not much money, but lots of tickets. So we should be able to afford whatever we want ticket-wise in the foreseeable future. Can we get some more 7s though? I need their value to go up. Well, there's the double V pattern. It didn't show up in 7s, which is very sad. But we don't need many 7s to make a lot of money. The big red button is ready to go again. So next round we'll get to utilize that. Now that we're at the deadline, we're going to feed the machine the money it needs, and it's satisfied. We now need to reach 12,500, which definitely is a very big number. I'm going to reroll this since I'm going to get a lot of tickets, hopefully. I don't actually love any of these. We're still going to get lots of tickets, so I'm actually going to reroll. We need something good. None of these are super great, but we're going to add this speculative trait. 3% interest to a random lucky charm we have equipped, so we get an extra 3% interest. That's got to count for something, right? We're going to deposit 625 at a time. We might need a reroll here as well. I also really need this. 12% chance for the modifier, for the symbols diamond, chest, and sevens to have the chain modifier. Chain modifier, scoring a symbol with the modifier increases the value of its pattern. So that means these go up. And if we get a lot of threes like that that show up so often in sevens, that would be huge. So I actually really need that. I'm going to put one more deposit in there. So we're getting 534 interest. We're going to do lots of spins because I need lots of ticket symbols to show up. We're also going to hit the big red button. So we're back to 25% chance for sevens to show up, which is very high for the sevens. I need the sevens plus the ticket modifiers. There we go. There's some sevens, not with the ticket modifiers. Neither did those ones, but we got lots of money for it. It won't. There's a lot of sevens. Some of them have ticket modifiers too. So we'll make some tickets easily on this. 5,740 total for that spin alone. This is where the 666 symbol could be trouble for us. There's more sevens. Each time those sevens land, the value goes up. They are now up to 693 each compared to the rest of them. We need multipliers though too, actually, don't we? We need these to go up, but we'll work on that next. We had 1 6 show up there. We only got 1 ticket so far. We need more of those ticket symbols. They're rarer than I thought they would be. But we still got one of the tickets, and what do we need for that amount? We only need 1 more, so that's easy to buy. We easily have the money we need for this, so we're just going to play up so we get maximum interest out of this. So interest payment will now be 1,222. Some of the cat things can be good. Doesn't really pair with our build right now. We don't have any room for lucky symbols right now. I'm going to do the 7 plus 2 spins. We're hunting for tickets and increase the value of our sevens. So more spins is going to be better. Even if we go bankrupt right now, with the 6s, our interest payments will carry us through to the end. Those turned into a lot of bells. None of which had tickets on, which was very sad. The tickets started so hot, then they really cooled off. That 7 had it. Come on. With this new item we're going to get, that will really make a difference. At least I hope it will. Yeah, even a 25% chance for sevens. They don't show up that often unless they warp like that. The important thing is we got our Clover ticket. I'm going to get rid of the mushrooms because I don't think this is really complementing my build very well. Oh, we actually get a refund for that too. And then we buy this chain modifier. So that should hopefully pair very, very well with all my sevens. Look at this one. Grants win jackpot next round at the slot machine. That could be a very big help to us depending on what lands on the jackpot. I guess there's no guarantee. It might give us like 4 times 10. So it's not worth making room for that. I do still have 1 round left, so we're going to do a few rerolls. Oh, look at this one. Immediately restore all charge on all equipped lucky charms. That one's pretty well... I might end up buying that after this next round. So we're not going to buy it yet. We're going to do another 7 spins to try and increase some numbers. And then we'll check if we need to... Oh, I thought that was going to turn into more 7s. We did get a ticket out of that, though. We'll see what we can do after all this. Ooh, there's some chains on the 7s and tickets. That's actually a really good spin. We got lots of stuff going on. 7s are up to 707 value. That should be worth extra because there's so many 7s in that value. A few more little pieces could really put this build into a really wild spot. Hopefully we find the right ones. There was 1,414. There's some more chain pieces, so that's good for everything. And, so we know we turn into 7s again. Even though, we got chain pieces. So actually, if we're increasing the value of other things too, that's really going to help us. Like Zig and Zag are going to show up a lot actually, so they're going to be big value. If we get Zigzag 7s, that's what we're really looking for. But the value of them all is going up actually, so that's okay. My little thing is almost charged, but we're just going to make sure it's all the way charged because the deadlines are going to get higher and higher. And we finish off this round, another one completed. Now we need 33,333. Before doing anything, we're going to deposit another 14,000 in there. We got to save some money in the bank. So we got some room to work with, but we're already basically, we don't need that much more. And our interest is 2,400. Let's see what the phone has for us. We can restore all charges. I don't want to do that. Increase the value of patterns with 3 or less symbols by their base value. No, we're naturally increasing those anyway. I'm actually going to re-roll these. I don't need to do that because it's basically there anyway, isn't it? Yeah, it's already recharged. We have another recharge there. This one's actually good too. 6% chance for the symbols, clovers, and bells to have the battery modifier. I kind of want that. It's getting hard to know which ones of these to give up though. They're all quite good. I'm actually going to take off 2 spins per round. That's really powerful, but this is a high risk, high reward type play. But now hopefully this will charge the thing up so we can get a lot more 7s to show up. I wonder if I can actually wait on the phone. If I don't take any of those and start spinning, is that going to be a bad thing? We're going to go 7 spins. We're going to hit that so we can get extra 7s. We could actually buy some things so we could hit the red button again actually and get even more 7s. But there's some battery symbols already. So that's looks like it might work in my favor. More 7s again. Wow, nothing's landing. I don't need a lot. I just need a symbol of 3 somewhere. Kind of like that. Well, there's a few of them. They have chains too. 3,000 on a single spin. We're not landing often, but when we are, it's big. The bells and stuff. Oh, that was good for the charge, right? It's supposed to be. Because it landed on that one. I think it gave us a single charge. I'm not sure how it charges by default. But I know it will charge when we land on certain symbols. The phone is still ringing. I'm actually going to re-roll this, I think. I don't want Clovers to manifest more often because that's going to mean... maybe I do actually want that. Well, how do I recharge my thing? What symbols was that? Actually, I might make Clovers. We're going to have a slight loss to 7s appearing, but I need Clovers to be higher weighted. I think this is a good choice. Not entirely sure. So Clovers are now up to 19%, so they'll show up a lot. They'll help charge me up so that, yeah, they'll show up a lot relative to other ones, and them showing up more will actually make this go up too. Don't worry, that's also confusing in my brain. More interest for the money machine. We can do one more of those, and then we're almost there. Interest payments are $3,200. So we're also bankruptcy proof at this point. We're going to do 7 spins, of course, because we need to charge everything up as much as we can. We need my red button to charge up, but I need more 7s, and I need the value of 7s to increase. Plus all the extra tickets and stuff we'll get. Plus the multiplier over here. Spinning away, I level those turns into 7s. And then it just works out so well over there. Even the vertical 3 pattern is up to 4 times already. That we're going to get the 6s. Oh, and there's all the Clovers we're going to need, hopefully, for the charge for the red button. Not entirely sure that works. Or maybe there's a chance for those to have the charge thing on them, is what it was. Clovers themselves aren't that good, but if they have the battery thing on them, they are. So we're about done here. We're going to re-roll. We're basically looking for rares, I suppose. Immediately earn 30% of the debit amount. I don't really care about 10 grand. We're looking for rare things that are going to put us stupidly over the top. And that's probably mostly going to be legendaries. I've actually seen a lot of these items already in this run. I wish I had more space. All of these items are sort of getting useful. It would be really hard to give any one of these up. We'll do one more respin for that kind of value. I don't like any of those items, so we're just going to go right back to spinning. 7 spins it is. Give me the big values. That doesn't count as a symbol. But we want lots of 7s with lots of chains as well. We definitely don't want 6s right now. We'd still survive, but it's going to give us an uphill battle for the next deadline. And we got the 6s. Away we go. We lost. No, I thought we were going to lose more money than that. I don't know why that wasn't more. Not that I'm going to complain. 7s. 7s with chains, 7s with Clover tickets. Had like 8,000 from that last spin. There's some 7s appearing and some Clovers, at least with the Clover tickets. Yeah, that's fine. We got tickets on that one. We really don't make a lot of value unless it's in the 7s. But we certainly do when they show up. They're up to 833. We need a multiplier here, though. These are getting up there. The Zig and Zag are the ones that are really earning. Well, with 20,000 left over, we're going to finish this. Hopefully the telephone gets us a crazy reward. Now our deadline has jumped up to 66,000. That seems maybe worse than it is. We have a lot of that already. I'm going to save 8,000 because rerolls are getting expensive. But we only need 20,000 more. All in on the 7s. I don't love any of these. We're actually going to reroll that for 6, which is really expensive. I still don't like what the store is offering. It's tempting to have the chance for Clovers and Bells to increase the 7s respectively. But Clovers are sort of working for me right now as far as I can tell. So we don't want to mess with a good thing. I will reroll the shop just in case we can find something amazing. I'm actually going to roll again on top of that. I'm so desperate for... Oh, we do actually have this. So we can recharge our red button. Yeah, that's going to be something because we can go like this, 7 spins. We can hit the red button right away. So we're at the 23% chance of the 7s, which is fine enough for me because a lot of what we're getting turns into 7s. It might actually be detrimental to roll more 7s. I guess the value of them gets so big though, we just need a lot of them. I'm just thinking for increasing the value of the patterns themselves. If I can get those up, because 7 value is obviously pretty big already. Oh, there's lots of Clovers. More 7s with the chains. There's 5,800, which is pretty good for those spins. Well, I'm going to recharge the red button right away. It costs 7 to reroll these, which I'm going to do. I don't know what it is I'm looking for. I guess we can double our coins and set our tickets to 0 since our tickets are 0 anyway. I'm not really that interested in that amount of money. We can use it anyway. That's more interest for us. We're depositing 3. I can do that one more time, can I not? Yep, I sure can. Our interest alone is 6,666. We could hit the red button again, but we're not going to. We're just going to continue trying to increase the value of things. And by increase the value of things, I mean strictly the 7s. The 7s are what are going to carry us. 4,200 from a random spin. Those will turn into 7s. We're just manifesting a lot of 7s. Nothing there. This one, there's natural 7s. 7 values up to 875. It's almost 1,000. I've never had a symbol hit 1,000 base value. Oh, look at all those 7s too. Yeah, this would be a good one. And my horizontal finally got up to 2 times multiplier. I do love how Zig is up to 16 times. That's more than a jackpot base value. So much dopamine. Forever dopamine out of this. I just jumped right back into another 7 spins. Why waste a good thing? We got a good chance of 7 showing up. We can just absolutely pull this thing. This is what I want to do. I just want to sit here for the rest of the day pulling on this. It does hurt though when our luck isn't good. It gets bad. We actually just lost a chain, but we did actually get a V here. So the price of that went up. This is actually a big spin. 31,000. That's the kind of thing we like to see. There's a whole bunch of cherries. Doesn't really help us much. It's time for our deadline. 9:38. I need a symbol multiplier. There's 13,300 sitting there in interest. So we have 120,000 already. We have double, just about double what we need. But now we need 200,000. Okay, that thing has freaked out. We're trying to unlock this key. I've unlocked 3 keys so far to open the drawers, and they're just empty drawers. So this key should be this one, and then we might get a key for the door to actually leave. Not really. There is another one of these. 25 chance for chain multiplier. I don't currently have one of those. Those do discard. It's not really worth it at this point. What does the phone have for us? Ooh, increase. Wait, what is this? Pattern multiplier. I need one more charm. This increases our charm space by 1, so I can add a new thing. Like, I can add this for now if I want to. 25% chance with a chain modifier, so any one of these that lands with a chain modifier should increase. I think I need that for now. I'm also going to reroll though. We can easily replace that if need be. We got an extra space. Let's do one more reroll for 8,400. Oh, we have a thing to recharge our button too. We can also do this. That's simply going to increase our Clover tickets. Not to worry, I know what I'm doing. Oh, actually, I don't. We want to put some money in here first. We risk losing too much of it otherwise. We'll stick with 4,000, so we're basically already there. Our interest payments are going to be 16,666. We touch this, we hit the button, we pull this. Almost got 666s there. We're getting a lot of symbols with a lot of things on them. Nothing's landing yet, though. All those spins have been empty. Finally. Thanks to the 7s, that was still worth a lot. Any 7s at all are worth huge amounts. This was really unlucky, this one, but we got lots of chains. That's actually really going to help us long term. 24 times for Zig and Zag because they land so often and have so many symbols in them. And there's some more. The value of all things is actually going up thanks to that little monkey guy. I'm going to use this to recharge my red button. We'll probably use that next deadline. I also got whatever that thing was. Put a few $1,000s more in there. We're going to leave it at 12,000 for now. Interest will cover the rest of this anyway should we go bankrupt. I got a plan. We're sticking to it. There's more diamonds, lemons. Those turned into 7s. Look at that nice row of 7s across the top. That's going to help Hor XL. 12 times multiplier now. On top of all those 7s, which are 950 value. There's a whole bunch more 7s again. And lots of chains out there too, actually. So we're going to get big increases. That was 23,800. I'm so full of dopamine. Feels like I don't even need coffee anymore. Lots of Clover tickets going on there. Not much else. I might get rid of the item that adds a boost to the Clovers. I feel like it's not going off a lot. Or it is and I'm not noticing because I'm an idiot. But it would be easy to get rid of that one. Gonna put another $10,000 in there. One more deposit's gonna make that go. I do want to re-roll this. We can potentially find something better. Roll again. I was hoping to further into this. We got the more rare and valuable these things would get. I don't really want to re-roll for that much money right now. We're just gonna get back to rolling because the next deadline's gonna be even stupider. The button is ready to go again, but we're gonna save that for next round. We seem to have a nice weird little balance of things. Wow, 3 chains right there. So that was really good. We got 8 times multiplier for a 3 horizontal. At least I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Yep, it seems to, because now it's up to 10 times thanks to those 2 chains. They took away some of my 7s. That's annoying, but it's also increasing the value of the V and the upside down V. And those automatically show up every 7 rounds too. We're unlocking lots of new items too, so we're doing something right. Yeah, we just unlocked a whole bunch of things. I'm not really sure why. I don't know if something special just triggered or happened. Deadline time. In goes the money. We got about $100,000 left over. When we get a reward. Before checking that, we need to try this. Treasures manifest more often. Nope. Don't need a discount. Jackpot value we don't care about. We're not getting very good luck with the phone things. I don't really want to reroll either because rerolls are really expensive. We'll add a speculative trait to one of the charms we have. That's just going to give us another 3% interest. We need $1 million. That's super expensive. Our interest payments are $32,000, but we got our key, so let's put the key in the hole. Do you want to keep playing? Yes, absolutely. I don't ever want to stop. The info on this drawer, it's just a drawer. You can put things inside of it. I want to go at this one. Well, the option now is to get back to spinning while not forgetting to hit the red button. Off it goes. Maybe we'll get really lucky and that'll recharge again. So we'll just get a stupid amount of 7s. We got to keep an eye on that. I need the clovers with the battery symbol. Or anything with the battery symbol, but I'm pretty sure the clovers are what can do it for us. Or just really, really, really big spins of 7s. Well, that's not a bad start. 21,000. We're on our way to 1 million though, so 1 million is a bit of a tall order. Need more symbols everywhere. Working with 7s is fun to start with because they're the biggest, but they're also the hardest to make spawn. It's not that hard to increase the value of things. You're probably actually better off increasing the value of like basic items. Okay, well, we'll put another 50, 100,000 in there. So we got 350,000, 45,000 for the interest payments. And this thing is not charging. 7 spins again. We just need some 7s to manifest. We definitely don't want those. There's some 7s at least. Good. There was a battery when we needed that to land. 7 chance could have gone up again. Well, we'll take those 7s though. The value of 7s is over 1,000 now. A multiplier over there would be big too. If we get like a 3-4 times multiplier there, we'll be making oodles of money. It's just clearly hard to make that happen. We got 1 spin left after this, I think. We did get a bell 2 with a charge there actually. Oh yeah, our 7 is charged again. So we can actually hit the button again. So now we have a 30, let's call it 35% chance for 7s. So I'll get more of those showing up. So that'll be just a lot bigger value for us. Yeah, that's better. 51,000 for a single spin. Also, my monkey just got shredded because it's out of its uses. So we get a free item spot too. I'm going to go for something risky here. Whenever 7 patterns trigger during a spin, you earn money equal to double your current interest. So we'll get 91,000 if that happens. I feel like we got to do something risky. It's hard to make that many symbols trigger. But we got 500,000 deposited. But with the amount of 7s we're getting, we might actually be able to get lots of them to trigger in all sorts of fun ways. Not on this one though, not even close. 7s, hello? We had got such a high chance of them. Well, 35% relatively speaking. And there goes all of our money. Easy come, easy go. Wow, where's all my 7s? I have like a higher chance of everything 7s and we're not seeing any. I need 1 million of those to spawn. Well, that's sort of 1 billion. We might get a super interest payment on this. It feels like we will, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, 284,000 from a single spin. That felt good. So can I get 1 more of those, please? Well, we got a little bit. How'd that go? 330,000, which isn't quite enough. We were reasonably close, but we're not. So aside from all that, I guess we'll just sort of die then. Any second now. Make it so dramatic. Down the murder hole we go. Started a new run. I restarted until I found one I like, and I think I'm onto one here. Because we are still on the very first deadline, but we already have this. Symbols multiplier +1. Whenever 5 plus patterns trigger during a spin, that goes up. So this is already at 2. And that can go up a lot over the course of this run. We just need 5 patterns to appear. Also this, 25% chance for the chain modifier to be applied to any symbol. So it's going to start increasing these as well. So this is a good investment build. I'm going to do 7 spins here. And hopefully we'll start to see some big spins happen. But we'll try and build off the items we got. We can make a really, really big run out of these. Look at all the chains and everything already. So the values can potentially go up. Like that one already got a vertical. This could just be a well dispersed run. The 7s we did last run were good. But maybe if we're a little broaderly strong, then we can't lose. We'll just make everything good. Like the value of those up to 3 and 5 times already. And a times 2 here. So that feels okay. As for the deadline, yeah, I think we're already there. So that's no problem at all. But now we need to reach 200. And we're looking for items. Look at this crazy thing. It's got patterns multiplier 1 on top of it. But it also gives luck +5 for the first bit of every round, +3 cards at the end of every deadline. I can't afford that though. That's super expensive. I'm going to reroll these. I wanted to get that expensive one out of my face before I was tempted to actually get it. I'm going to take a gamble here and reroll these. And then let's make clovers appear more often. I may be able to build off of clovers with this. The value isn't super high right now, but like, it's only 3. We had 7s up to 1,000 last time. Put some of the money in for those interest payments, and then we'll get, whoops, I only get 6 spins now because I spent too much money. And that's okay. Gotta start to build up some value somehow. Clovers are showing up already. Clovers have a 24% chance to spawn. And we might be able to build off of that. I don't know if I want to leave all the symbols even, or if I want to try and push for 1. Make a few deposits, not making the same mistake I did. I need $50 more. I'm going to buy the red pepper for now. Triggers 1 out of 5 times and we get luck 5. This eventually disintegrates itself. I'm going to do another 7 spins here. I think the increased luck there just has more of a chance for more symbols to appear, pushing it closer towards a jackpot or something sort of like this. This obviously isn't a jackpot, but it's going to be really good for the multipliers. 114. And we got another high luck one again. The pepper did activate. These are getting big already. So, and that's at ×3 actually because of all the symbols that activated. I forgot about that one already. So a 3 times multiplier is huge. So it's actually a pretty balanced run so far, I think. Compared to what I normally do at least. Yeah, this could be interesting. We definitely have the money we need. We are going to do some more spins. I'm only going to do 3 this time though. We need some more supporting items. But yeah, I just need lots of symbols to appear. So I need, yeah, like this. Lots of jackpots. I don't know if we got... Yeah, we got 5 here actually. So we get another multiplier over here. Which is huge. All the symbols are up. Yeah, maybe clovers will be our friend. We need lots of those to appear. Clovers are our friend already. Yeah, actually look at all the base ones have gone up so much. The base value things... I guess the multiplier in Theos isn't very good. We need to increase the value of something. Oh, look at the key we're going to unlock this time if we make it. It's got to be for that door. Don't want to buy any of those. Rerolls are pretty cheap. We should actually be paying attention to these. Every time you score at least 1 pattern of +4 symbols, raise diamonds and treasures by their base values. I need something that can affect clovers though. Patterns with fruits trigger an additional time. I wonder if that actually piggybacks off of this one then. 5+ patterns. I'm going to get that just in case it does. Oh, I can't afford that anyway. Yeah, never mind. Off we go. But at least I'm here thinking. Trying my best. I'm far enough ahead he's offering me his horrible deal again, which we're going to reject. But I'm already done the next deal. I'm just doing this for the interest payments. I've got 2 that could actually be a big help. Every 7 spins, we'll see the pattern zig and zag. So every 7 patterns, that's going to give us a really high chance of triggering this again. So the multiplier goes up, and this. Every 7 spins, patterns will repeat 1 more time. So I think we're going to double zig and zag, which are obviously quite big. I am going to reroll because we do need to hunt for something that can help us with clovers. Rerolls all symbols that are not inside a pattern during the current spin. That's actually a big one. That's going to help us get a lot more patterns. Also this one, luck +5 in the next spin if the previous 2 had no reward. So that's going to help us also blossom into bigger ones. I really like this build. Also make 2 random lucky charms in the store free and set my tickets to 0. My tickets are already 0. And perfect. The expensive one, the rare one became free. Rerolls all symbols not inside a pattern during the current spin. Oh, that triggers randomly. And you know what? I'm okay with that. 7 spins, off we go. The lucky pepper just triggered as well. Yeah, that's better. And the ones outside of that re-roll again. They have a pretty good chance of rolling into clovers. So the multiplier went up again. I do need to increase the base value of clovers though. 3 is not going to be good enough for long. So far the outside multipliers are carrying us. But I need some symbols to get much higher than that. I need to up the clovers. That's true actually. If we don't get any symbols to spawn. Oh, do we have a jackpot? Almost. Okay, that did actually turn into a jackpot because it re-rolled. So there was our clovers. I actually got excited and lost track of how much that earned us. I guess we have $1,900. So, but that's a good sign because now our multiplier's up to 6. Multipliers on top of multipliers are all we need. And this is the gonna have the V's up here for sure, which didn't trigger the other thing. Oh, my monkey just got shredded as well. That's okay. We got a pretty big boost out of that as it is, especially for the base value ones. This is actually perfect. Charms that trigger randomly active double more often. Double more often, which is mostly this one. So 60% chance of charms. Yeah, this will be a big multiplier, I think. Where are we at with this? We can't do that one yet. Clovers? Nope. Nope, not the same kind. This is probably one we want. We unlocked this last time. It's rare. During this round, all scored symbols increase their base value permanently. So we're definitely going to save up for that because I think that's going to increase everything. So all of these are going to get increased while it's already at a times 6 multiplier, and the base value things are going bananas. And will continue to. This is only round 2 out of 3, and I need those 2 tickets. So we're only going to roll 3 times. And that's going to be perfectly fine for us. That 3 cherries was actually worth 100. So that bodes well for us. Yeah, things are going to go well. I do need to get rid of an item. This pepper can go because it only goes off 20% of the time. Yeah, it's gonna go. I'm okay with that. Now we'll do this. We'll go 7 spins, and we'll keep an eye on Clovers in particular. Their value is 3, so if we do that, I guess every time they land is how that's gonna work. Diamonds will go up too, I suppose. Yeah, they went up a lot. Yeah, that could be a really good item. I just need the Clovers to actually land now. Yeah, that's fine. They can just not hang out with me too. I think I've got enough momentum to carry us for now. Well, that's going to be good for the cherries. That's a lot of cherries. The cherries are going off a lot, actually. Like a lot. That's good for the multiplier. They jumped up to 30. Okay, well, we got a little boost of Clovers there at least. Yeah, they jumped up to 9, actually, so that's a considerable increase. We're stacking up for a pretty good run. Clover's got another boost there. So did the lemons. We're making big money. We got $4,500. I definitely need to recharge that thing a lot. We're going to try and do that. I need more room. At the end of each round, replace all lucky charms inside of all drawers with new random ones. No. We got the money, so we're going to re-roll looking for the good stuff. There are some good ones there, but everything we have is really... we could actually get rid of this one now. It's pretty good, but not really conducive to a long-term build. Well, we got 0 rounds left anyway, so... Let's go ahead and turn this over. We can't get any more tickets. We only have 1. And we're far enough ahead again, for sure. We can easily already do the next deadline. I'm going to reject his deal. We're going to see if the phone is something good for us. This one seems good. Add the obsessive trait. Every last pattern triggers 1 more time to a random lucky charm you have equipped. Yeah, the more patterns we have going off, the better it's going to be for all sorts of things. We do have this. This will give us an extra lucky charm spot. I need more Clovers is what I need. We're going to do 7 spins to begin. We already have the money, though. We don't really need any more money. We're just going to do 3 spins. Bruh. Oh, we hit triple 6s right away. Oh, we didn't actually lose anything because we hadn't gained anything this round. I see how that works now. The whole bunch of Clovers for me. And that also increases the multiplier to 8. That didn't help the Clovers because we can't touch the button yet because that needs to recharge. Once we have that recharging, though, we'll be in really good shape. But for now, we're cruising. Make space for 1 more charm. That costs 2. There's also this that I probably actually want to get. At the end of each round, chance of restoring a charge to all equipped lucky charms triggerable by red buttons. 40%. So that, well, we got double that, so it'll be 80% chance of restoring a charge. That will help the symbols. Yeah, we got to get this one. That's going to be bananas. That also means we can do 7 spins here, and we'll be in really good shape because that thing's charging up anyway. In the background, lots of diamonds. And that also increased our multiplier there. Perfect. And the 6s are back. Outstanding. Minus 1600. I think we're going to be all right. We actually have a 3% chance of that happening, which is way higher than I'd like it to be. But what are you going to do about it? We just keep spinning and relying on dumb luck. I wonder how big you can make the numbers in this game. We'll find out eventually. I definitely want this multiplier to go bigger. Actually, we need the base value things to go bigger. Well, there's another 666. But we're so far ahead right now, I'm not at all concerned. Now we can buy that. So 80% chance to restore a charge at the end. So by the time we start the next round, we'll be cruising. We should also deposit some here. And then I don't think there's any spots we can really give up. I really think everything is synergizing pretty nicely. This one could maybe go, but it's also helping us with some things too. I really feel like because we bought these two on the same turn too. So every 7 turns, these will work together. Probably. Let's re-roll in case there's something stupidly good. We don't have tickets anyway. There's no point in annoying ourselves with things we're never going to be able to afford. 7 spins. Maybe we'll only do... Yeah, you know what? We're only going to do 3 spins. We need more tickets. Money doesn't seem to be a problem. So those 2 things just went off. So we're going to have a lot of symbols that are going to double up. And that means we're going to trigger that thing that'll jump us up to a 10 times multiplier. This was a really good investment run. It was pretty close at the beginning because we really had to take some risks. But by the end of this, those are going to pay super dividends. Gonna buy that. That's going to give us more tickets. And then we're ready to move on. We're once again so far ahead that he's going to offer us a deal that we're going to reject. This one's pretty good. That's actually a legendary. All abilities that you pick at the telephone trigger 1 more time. I don't really remember what I picked, if anything's worth it that we've got yet. We can increase our charm space permanently by 1. That's actually hugely valuable. What would happen there is Clovers would manifest more often, which might be good. If we bought that, It's expensive to buy, but it might be worth it. I don't think it actually is. I'm going to re-roll. We're just going to put that out of sight, out of mind. Make space for 2 more lucky charms, actually. We can hold up to 11. That's silly in itself. All right, we got to get actually spinning. We're going to put some of this in for our interest, though. For safekeeping. We'll just go up to whatever there's fine. Okay, we're going to do 7 spins for sure. Then we're going to hit the big red button. So the things that land are going to go up in value. So we need a lot of things to land. I was hoping more so for Clovers, but that's fine. We still got $3,000. Anything going up is hugely helpful right now. Clovers would be my pick. A whole bunch of diamonds is good though too. That's going to help diamonds a lot. Yeah, it's a diamond jackpot, but it's mostly everything within that's so good. Super jackpot. I don't know what a super jackpot is, but I'll take it. Diamond jumped up to 65 times 11, so it's 600, 700 something. Diamond jumps up to 65 times 11, so that's 715 per diamond. Plus multipliers here. Plus I get to keep spinning. This will be a good one, because it's going to turn all those into more cherries. Suddenly I feel like we should be going all in on cherries. We have a higher chance of Clovers, but if we get a chance to boost cherries, we should probably do that, huh? Just saying, we got 30,000 from a spin there. Cherries are up to 58 times 12 now. I was really hoping we just sort of broadly increase everything, which we sort of are. But somehow cherries are becoming our favorite. 2 spins per round. Probably should have bought that before I did this. I gotta start looking for items that have permanent increases. I don't want temporary things. Well, okay, here we go. We can start to get the Clover. This can increase Clover value. We'll get this for now, at least, to start working the Clovers. That way, we are at least getting an increase there. Since we got the money, we're going to re-roll. We should really pick and curate properly right now. There's also this beautiful thing. Broken calculator triggers randomly 35. That will be 70% under us. Patterns trigger 1 more time for this spin. So that's going to go off a lot. That's going to be hugely complementary to our build. Whoops. So we're going to go ahead and save up the tickets for that. We're going to do 3 spins and 3 spins again. And that'll be good for us no matter what. Look at all the money we got out of the Clovers. Multipliers galore. We give it 2 more items still. This is a very good build. My thing's actually ready to go again. How much did that cost? Was it 3? So I could actually do that again. I think I'm actually going to wait to do that next round because we're going to get things triggering twice. So I think it's going to get a bigger boost. For now, we're just going to do the 3 spins because we don't need the money. I think that makes sense. I almost touched that just because I can't help. Like I see a flashing red button and I want to touch it. Got to be careful with that. So there's lots of 7s for us. Haven't seen those much, but they are pretty rare to spawn. But now we're at 13 times multiplier. Good, good, good. We buy the calculator. Since I can't get any more tickets, I don't want to annoy myself by finding something that we can't afford anyway. We top ourselves up. 12,500 easy enough. Next time we got it 33,000 and I've got 48,000 on me. And this build is potentially just going to run away from here. Yes, we'll hear the deal and then reject it. This is the kind of build where we actually really could easily get some of those. There is also this one in the shop. Whenever 3 patterns trigger, which is often, raise all fruits by their base value. So lemons and cherries could continue to go up with that multiplier. So we're probably going to get that. We also have this to restore all charges on the red button. So I could actually get a double charge on the red button. So we're going to do a quick 3 spins here. I think I'm doing this the smart way. I hope I am. My brain is getting tighter and tighter. It's a lot to think about in this. Wow, this is bad luck. 3 spins. Now we get something. It's only treasure chest, but it's still a lot. Now we can afford this. It's also tempting to get this. 15% chance for the symbols to have repetition. Cherries and those 2 would actually pair together nicely. You know what? This is higher risk, higher reward. I'm going to get this instead. Then I have to get the phone as well too. Oh yeah, I was going to re-trigger that. Yeah, that's right. So I got to go. We could double down this time. Before doing anything, we're going to top this machine up to the point where it's about happy. Then we do 7 spins. Big red button. Now the value of things can climb. If they land, which eventually they will. And the cherries will re-trigger. Lemons potentially too. If they re-trigger, their value will go up even more. We just need anything right now to increase in value. That'll be a good one. Lots of cherries and lemons. Plus the multiplier over here is definitely going up. Because there was like 12 or 13 triggers this round alone. We're actually getting pretty broadly valuable for all sorts of symbols. Everything is going to be worth quite a lot. Cherries really like to show up. It'd be nice to increase them even more. If I could decrease the value of like the high-end symbols, I actually would at this point. But thanks to my golden fist thing, the value of things has gone up quite a lot. Now that we got another round to go, we can restore all charges on the big red button. And then we can do another 7 spins to increase the value of all sorts of things. Finally getting some clovers. Yeah, that'll actually increase the clovers. Yes, it will. Clovers are appearing often, so that's actually helpful. They're up to 57 times 15. So our symbols are actually, we got a lot of them about as equal as the 7s were last run. And the 7s got stupidly strong, but they were only 7s. Now we got all sorts of things with that kind of value. And that's climbing quickly. It's actually starting to get annoying waiting for these to finish. But we'll take our time. We're getting like 30 triggers. That might even be more. The game's starting to have a meltdown. Something big just happened. 160,000. I got 15 or more patterns in a single spin. I got an achievement for that. So there are 168 times 16. That is huge. Plus the multiplier over there. So that's why our numbers are getting so big so quickly. This might be the kind of run that can sort of break things, as long as I keep steering it in a good direction. But we're often going to get the multiplier going up, which is a big one. It'd be nice to get the pattern multipliers going up as well. They're decent right now, but it'd be nice to find a way to also get them to scale. As long as values are going up, we'll be good for a while. Like, we're very early on, and we got $370,000. So I guess we can afford to finish this. They're going to offer me the deal. I'm not going to take the deal because I just want to increase the base value of all my things again. We could easily do that, but we'd lose some momentum. What does a telephone have for us now? Well, this is kind of what I was looking for. Has the base chance to manifest diamonds, treasures, and 7s permanently. I think I want to do that because none of those are particularly strong compared to up here. We want base symbols and base patterns. So I'm actually going to do that. We're going to have the chance of those. Hopefully that means clovers have increased. Yeah, these are not going to show up much. These will. And that's good because I'm pretty sure I have that one that works with clovers and cherries. Yeah, lemons and cherries. So there you have a repetition modifier. Might as well do some rerolls looking for things. 20% for the golden modifier for cherries could actually be good. I need more room over here. We got a lot of these, but I don't want to give any of these up. But you know what? It's probably pretty perfect the way it is. Right back to spinning. Well, we should get a lot more of the lower tier symbols now because we reduced the chance of the better ones again. So even our re-triggers and respins and stuff, yeah, they'll keep showing up. And that's just going to keep going with our multiplier here. So this multiplier is safe to keep climbing up. These go up sometimes. These are rare to go up now. That's the one I need to fix. Look at all the clovers, though. The clovers can climb in value, I suppose. We should still work on the clovers. They will show up more than ever. They're up to 258 times essentially 20. So they're getting close to 3,000 each. Plus the giant multiplier over there. So this would be a good run. If I can increase clover value again, it would be great, because even that one was worth, what was that, 144,000, and basically nothing happened. But I guess too, as we're able to do the golden fist, we'll further increase the value of all these little symbols. Everything's just funneling in the right direction. We might as well top this up. I think we can afford it. We got basically $1 million in the bank. I'm just going to spend some money re-rolling for a second. Just seeing if there's anything we could do here. I need more charm slots, basically what I need. Well, this one will give me more tickets, which is good. We got lots of money, so tickets would be helpful. This one, a legendary nuclear button, is really good. All lucky charms triggered by the red button trigger one more time, but it also takes up an extra charm space, and this is already so powerful. Like, it's not really going to make a difference doubling that. Well, there's also a thing to get us more of the clover tickets. We also have a red button recharge. So speaking of which, we're going to use that a few times because we're going to use the red button now. And now we're going to increase some more values again, particularly on the four most common symbols. Even that was 50 grand. This will be a big one for the cherry. For cherry kind. This is going to be big for a lot of things. It's starting to make funny sounds and do different things. Multiple. Oh yeah, there's got other re-triggers on it too. Yeah, that was a big one. 234,000. They're up to 20 times the multiplier. Cherries are climbed up to 126. Times 20. A lot of 7s turned up curiously. Those only have a 4% chance of showing up. I guess their value will go up, which is fine. I don't hate that. And the multiplier went up anyway. They jumped up to 70. More clovers. Very satisfying run. Absolutely full of dopamine. And $1.1 million. I want to keep increasing the values though. 303 times 21. Plus I can just use this. And that's going to charge my hand up right again so we can do that same thing again. I don't want to get bankrupted though at the same time, so we're going to re-roll. Lemons could be good to keep going. Lemons are actually still very low value. I need more space. Like this would be so good too. 6% chance for the clovers and bells to have the battery modifier that could keep the values going up. I think I'm actually going to take the golden clover off. That's consistently raising the clover, but if I replace it with that other item, we're going to get lots of items going up instead. Because when clovers or bells spawn with that, the thing gets recharged. We use that and all items are our friend. So we'll do another 7 spins. We hit the button and off we go again. We're looking for battery things especially with all the re-triggers we can have. So we might be able to charge that hand up like constantly. And if we did, that would help our value go up a ton. We're still looking for some that can get the patterns going up, but even that was 150,000. And it was like a nonsense. Well, there's a battery we didn't get. There's a whole bunch of chests as well. 70,000 for an absolute throwaway. So much fun. There's a bunch of clovers. That one does have a battery charge on it. That's good. Hopefully it triggers twice. It seems like things are double triggering this time. So hopefully that gets 2 battery charges at least, or more. Yeah, that did get us 2 battery charges. That's actually huge. We just need that to go off a lot. Oh, we got another battery charge here. Oh wait, that's not going to trigger because it doesn't make a symbol anywhere, does it? Well, that's very sad. Oh, it did get charged, so thanks to our other thing that charges at the end of the round. Well, that's good. I guess we can top you up now. We got $2.2 million left over. We might end up losing this all to the 666 symbols anyway. Do I want to do this? Yes, let's do this once. I'm worried I'm going to lose a whole bunch of money to my 666s anyway, so... No, we get these memory cards. These are things I can use to start a run under different conditions. So now we need to reach $1 million. We got a whole bunch of tickets for that as well. We're so far ahead we can actually just skip this one if we want to. I'm not skipping this one though. Alright, here's the deal. No. Maybe the telephone has some good options. We can make lemons appear more often. I don't really want lemons to appear more often. I would settle for clovers or something. No, clovers. I could also double the value of clovers. Which would be kind of funny. They're 366. I want more clovers though. We'll get more long-term out of this. This is better immediate effect. This is better long-term. So they're going to dominate now. They are 36% of the time. Oh, and for the interesting, we missed $1 million last time, but this time we did that like an hour ago. So we'll bring that up to 950. We'll do a few rerolls. What's a star? Anything else here like amazing? There's a recharge for our super ability, which we're going to use. Especially now because we're going to get even more clovers spawning. Relatively speaking, so that's going to charge our thing quicker too. So that's going to have a double effect. Is that going to go off twice? Look at all the symbols going. Yep, it sure did. So we're going to recharge his hand a lot. This run might take a while, but I've got time. The lemons with all these re-triggers are going off a lot, but they're also increasing in value, so I'm not going to complain. It's fun when it makes all the dramatic sounds. This is going to get pretty annoying in 4 hours though. We unlocked whatever that was too. Yeah, lemons are joining the party. They're up to 80 base value. Times 26. There's the 666s, so we just lost $2 million. We got some achievements for that though, because that's supposed to hurt really bad. For us, it doesn't really bother me to be honest, because we can just keep on spinning and we'll make that money back in no time at all, unless we don't get any symbols. Well, we got some cherries there, so that's good for, well, almost 100 grand. Yeah, we basically just do that again. We hit the button. That might have actually recharged before the end of that round. I wasn't watching close enough. Lots of bells there. None of them have the recharge symbol on, but I'm pretty sure if I hit this button again, they'll have double the effect for raising the value over there. It's just a whole lot of waiting for us today. That was 420,000 for that one. Not sure I got that of recording. Pretty soon we'll be getting into the millions quite easily. That's a lot of clovers and a lot of recharges. I'm starting to speculate that there's a way to increase the speed of this in the options menu. I'm going to check that momentarily. Because this is fun and all, lots of dopamine, but I do have to sleep at some point in my life, believe it or not. Off it goes though. And we'll watch, yeah, we can recharge that again. We got 4 spins left, so let's do it again. 2 hands going. So now when things land, they're going to go up doubly so in value. And that's going to be certainly good for our clover production. I think that triggered twice, so it's going to be 2 more charges there. Or just 1. 1 is fine too. That was a rare thing where nothing happened actually, it just sat still. There's some more charges again. Yeah, we're actually full again. We're completely... We can do that again. The clovers are worth over 15,000 value now. Plus the multipliers here. We'll do a few more rerolls. Even at 74,000, we can easily afford it. We're just looking for anything that can somehow help. Since we're getting more clovers again, like they're overwhelming you the most, I might actually get rid of this. We basically have doubled that. 30% chance for... lemons and cherries to have the repetition modifier. I'd rather just get more clovers now. I'm actually going to throw this away. And then every time a clover lands, it's a guaranteed go up in value because we're getting a lot of clovers. Well, there's some more clover vouchers. These are up to 130,000 for the... we'll do one more to see what we get. Here's another legendary. The Sin Stone, 7 Sin Stone. If you see 7 sevens in a single spin, turns them all into golden sevens. That would have been good last round. Well, here's what we're going to do. Another 7 spins. We're going to have more clovers showing up. And those clovers are going to be big value. Unless none of them actually score. It's pretty crazy considering the amount of like luck we have. Like those 7s had a 3.4% chance to spawn and still did somehow. There we go. There's some clovers again, plus the battery charger. I think that's actually involved in several symbols here too. I don't know if they break them down or not like that. Doesn't really matter ultimately. Yeah, we got 2 charges over there. We'll probably get at least 2 more at the end of this. There's some golden clovers, so the value of clovers is going up 430,000. What I needed this entire time was the pattern scaling though. It's really a shame we don't have more of that going on. We might still be able to add some though, and that can escalate quickly. Yeah, this should be some pretty big value again. Clover value up, 500,000. Yeah, Clover jumped up to 630 there, so this is the right call to make. We're riding on Clovers now. And now it's time to deposit. We need to reach 6 million now. I basically have that in my hands. We have 1 million in the bank, so we're 1 million over already. So we're going to hear the deal, then turn them down. I need something amazing from this phone. I guess we can increase the value of patterns with 4+ symbols by their base value. That's something for now. Because we're getting more of those. Now at least these ones are a little higher again. We're going to put some interest in here, so we're basically all the way there. We're 300,000 at a time. So we need 200,000 more. Our interest alone will be 400,000, so we don't really actually need to do anything. I do want some re-rolls. We got an achievement for a very expensive re-roll, I assume. Ticket modifier for clovers would synergize nicely. I want to keep the value going up though. Yeah, we're sort of out of money for re-rolls at this point, so we'll do 7 spins. And we're going to hit our big red button, and the value of things is going to continue to go up. I wouldn't say no to a jackpot at this point, a re-triggering jackpot. Wow, nothing actually triggered there. Crazy. The value of these clovers is getting stupid. That was almost 1 million from a single spin, and that's all it was. That's why I want an inventory full. There's lots of rechargers there too. Yeah, my golden fist is done. We have 4 spins left. Is it worth it to do it now? Yeah, it sure is. Because we're going to get pure clovers. And that's going to boost the value hugely. Nope, we actually got absolutely nothing. And nothing again. Wow, the second spin of the clover hand was not so much worth it maybe. Well, we still got a value increase to clovers there. This one will be a bigger one. Yeah, this will be fine. Yeah, I can live with this one. Especially because we get a lot of charges out of that. So that hand is going to be full again by the time we start the next round. The value for this is probably also going to be enormous. 1.6 million. Clover value is 732 times 35. I guess we can afford to do another reroll. This is going to cost $500,000. Symbols multiplier. We have a lot of those already. I'm excited to see all the achievements we're about to get for like spending big money. Another 7 spins for us. Big red button. If we're lucky, we'll refresh that almost immediately. And then we'll be able to hit it again for double bonus boost. Wow. So many clovers. They just don't want to touch each other. There we go. That's a little better. Now we get some boosts again. This will be a big one, given how long I was waiting for that all to finish. 3.3 million. And our thing is also done, so we're going to do that again to further increase the value of the clovers. That thing's recharging potentially every spin now, which is really, really stupid. So if we could actually find more of those, it would be really hard to start dismantling this build to build into something else though. It's already scaling so strongly. The value of clovers, 843 times 36. Should we do a reroll at 600,000? Yeah, we should. We didn't get anything. I do actually want to do a reroll for 1 million. I assume there's an achievement there where we unlock something good. This is actually not what we want. I thought that was something else entirely. We'll do a reroll here. Hopefully the next deadline isn't huge and we're doing bad. That's interesting. 3 free restocks at the store whenever you score both clovers and bells in a single spin. If only I had room. It's interesting, but not worth it. Okay, $1.1 million for a restock. Worth it. Except for it really wasn't. We could actually get $1.8 million out of this. Might as well. We basically just put our money back. Okay, back to spinning. Oh, our golden fist isn't ready for us yet. I guess we'll make do. Except it is now. We just triggered that twice. Okay, so now the value of things that are, anything that lands will get an increase in value. Which apparently is going to be a lot of diamonds. Normally I'd be excited for this because diamonds are pretty rare and valuable. But in this case, they're nowhere near as good as the others. Still got 600 grand for that. A few spins later, we got a good clover one going. That was 2.5 million. They're definitely getting big. Potentially enormous. So by the time this round is done, we got another about $13 million in the bank. So we easily made this one. We'll go ahead and finish that off. Now we need to reach 144 million. Yeah, that's going to start to get hard again. We're doing good, but I don't know if we're doing that good. Also, have I not got my key yet? I haven't decided when you'll get it. How about now? I gotta figure out a way to eke out more value. Doubles the value of clovers and bells. Clovers more often though. I'll be right back. I think if I get clovers more often, we'll score more. I think clovers more often is the way to do this. This might have actually saved me. Doubling the value was tempting, but again, this is going to be 42% of the time. So we'll get more. They'll increase the value more. I think that's the way to go. Rerolls cost 7.2 million. So you know what? We're pretty much just going to dive straight into it. Also, more clovers means more battery spawns, which means more recharge for my golden hand. We'll see how this goes. Clovers, yeah, there's some recharge at least. And it actually did recharge all the way up, so we can do that. So clover value goes up again. We got to get many, many millions. We need some big spins. That was a very big letdown. Yeah, there we go. Some clovers again and some more recharges. Each one of those is landing for like 300,000. Those are basic things, and they're going to keep going for a minute. I feel like some of these triggered like 4 times because that actually got all the way full again. So we're going to hit that again, or even more increases. The clovers are fueling themselves at this point. I've created a monster. They're self-sustaining. I would prefer to not get lemons anymore. Can we make that a thing? I need tens of millions per spin right now, game. So please listen to me. Actually, that's hugely, doubly, triply good. Got 3 recharges there. Kind of awkward timing for that. But I think by the next round, we're going to get another spawn there. Clover value is 1113 times 43. That is so stupid. We should probably put some money in here for the interest payments, huh? I don't want to deposit. Actually, I think if I do that, I'll have exactly enough for the spins. Is that how that works? I'm glad I was right there because that would have actually completely boned us. 7 spins with increasing clover values. Now, we just need pure clover jackpots from here on out. Is that too much to ask? Clearly it is. We did get 3 of our symbols back though. And clover values will go up a lot every time they're scored. Like this would be a big one too. This will be huge. I think I deserve an honorary win. That was 5 million. We didn't recharge a golden hand though. I really want to see that going. Clovers? More clovers? Yeah, we got to recharge. I love how many times these go off now. They're just going and going and going. The value goes up. 45 times multiplier. 4.5 million. Big red button. So we're at a 2 times multiplier for clovers here. Wow, look at all the recharge here actually. That one's not going to trigger though. Oh, I thought that'd be way bigger. Oh, I thought that was a clover. Yeah, I'm paying attention. No more clovers again. 1.3 million. I'm disappointed. It's funny because 1.3 million in a single spin and I'm super disappointed. And we'll spin again. More clovers? More clovers? 1 round left. Well, I do have $14 million on me. So that feels like something. We'll do that again. We got 420 left over. 45 million deposited. Interest payments are 3.2 million. Multiplier is 45 times. Clover value is up to 1300. Well, let's do another 7 spins. Big red button activated. Give me those clovers. Those aren't clovers. Those are cherries. They're both edible, I suppose. So they got that going for them. I was really hoping. That's actually a pretty good roll, though. I was hoping for a jackpot. Because the jackpot would be really stupidly helpful right now. There's no battery ones here, but that's okay. They're up to 700,000 per like activation. 5 million. Look, I haven't had a jackpot in a while, so, you know, the game should probably really give one to me. We're getting closer. And the values are increasing a lot. These were like under 400,000 5 minutes ago. Now they're 510,000 each. And there's a lot of them going off. We're getting like fireworks and stuff at that point. What do we get here? 13 million. That's the kind of rolls we need. And that's why I need a jackpot. I'm not asking for a lot, just 1 little jackpot. That was 4.5 million. It's getting to be a lot of time waiting for these to land. We got so unlucky with the recharges too. We didn't, well, now we're getting there again. We were so good on those for a while. Halfway there. Reasonably close to another jackpot again. I just need 100% clover spawn rate. That's all I'm missing at this point. Those are triggering for 1 million each. Unfortunately for us, I'm pretty sure we cannot hit our goals. We got, actually we got up to about 75 million. We're over halfway, 75 million. We got a lot closer than I thought I would. 50 times multiplier. Oh, that was such a satisfying run. So if you need me, I'll be playing this game for the next month straight. Other than that, I'll just die.